Come on, turn it up. Alright, this wire here. Pull this one. Then press that button. Come on, come on. This is supposed to work. Or not work. This is not. Come on, guys. Dang nabbit, it worked. Oh, come on, I'm trying to. Where's that button? Dang nabbit, come on. What are you doing, guys? Stop it.
You're trying to sabotage my show, you bunghole.
Yeah, I am. It's gonna be great, man.
What a little punk hammer. 7 minutes late. Holy crap. You didn't get a notification. Nobody did because Voodoo was trying to sabotage the show. That punk. Hey, we got the Lessinator was first. Here's your happy dance. Let's hit it. All right. Thank you so much. Lexi Ann's in the house. Kingston 2000 say, good morning. Oh, that's everybody. That's all it is. That's right. We got David E. Persons. Did you hear about the frauditor that rubbed ketchup in his eyes by accident? Now he has much better hindsight. Good girl, Jan. What's up? Great to see you. Yeah, what's up, baby? Jay Bonds, good morning. God bless you, sir. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Yes, guys. I started last minute. That stupid voodoo doll tried to make it so that I couldn't get on the air, but I got past it. I'm smarter than average voodoo doll. I don't know if he's your average voodoo doll, but he's definitely a douche canoe. Yeah. All right. Anyway, hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's Thursday. Holy crap, hammer sandwiches. Let's check what the weather's going to be today. Let's see, shall we? Ooh, it's almost 40 right now. Looking good. It says it's not going to get any warmer than 40, though. What? Let's see where we're at here. Oh, because there's no sun today, just clouds and dense fog. Actually, I did notice that. I looked out the window earlier, and I couldn't see out the window because there was so much fog. At first, I thought my windows were dirty. I'm like, what the heck happened? And then I'm like, oh, no, I just can't see because of the fog. Let's see. Yeah, high today, 41. Rain. Tomorrow, high 62 and thunderstorms. I can see that going from cold to that hot, that fast. You got the cold air getting hit by the warm air. Boom, thunderstorm. So that makes sense. 88% chance of thunderstorms tomorrow. That's fun. Saturday, 60. Sunday, 63. Monday, 70 degrees. Holy crap, hammer sandwiches. This is funny because it's supposed to be 70 degrees on Monday and then 30 by Saturday. And whenever I talk to people about that outside, they're always like, well, we're in Wisconsin. What do you thought was going to happen? What do you thought? No. Don't say that at all. What did you think was going to happen? If you donate a kidney, you're a hero. If you donate 5, suddenly everybody wants to make a federal case out of it. That's good. I like that. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Yeah, today is definitely going to be an interesting day. Yesterday at my work, at the end of the day, like not the end, but like during like the last hour and a half, my computer at work just froze up. And I'm like, I'm trying to get it to do something. I couldn't do anything. I rebooted it. Still wouldn't do anything. Rebooted it again. Still wouldn't do anything. I couldn't do my job without my equipment. So I called the state and they're like, oh, we'll send a tech down to look at it. So now today, I don't know what's going to happen, if I'm just going to go there and wait all day for the tech, or if he's going to be there first thing in the morning or what. Usually when something like this happens, they show up around 11 o'clock or noon. But like spending the first half of the day just like waiting for him is going to be. What's up, everybody? Why did Voodoo cross the road? Because Hi, how you doing? Welcome to the show, everybody. What's up, everybody? Why did Voodoo cross the road? Because Baby Voodoo and I chased him with a giant strolling snowball.
Hey man, listen. I'm gonna punish that kid, man. I'm gonna fart in his box twice tonight. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna replace his air holes with, I don't know, man, what? Damn penguins. Anyway, what? What do you want, you little hippie? I wanted to say you're me, Daddy, but I have a present for you anyway. A present? What? Well, here, look at the camera. You'll find it. What? What is he talking about? What is this little punk? Maybe. No. He's a punk. I don't like that kid none too much at all. Anyway.
What's up, everybody? Oh, I already did that one. Bonus joke. If April showers bring May flowers, when do May flowers bring? Pilgrims. I just found out that the Siberian kitty works at Primerica. Would you take financial advice from this a-hole? I couldn't even imagine what, like, getting a phone, calling somebody for financial advice, and he answers the phone. Hello, what do you want? Yes, I was looking for advice on my 401k. Cops are terrible, evil tyrants. Don't you understand? America's terrible. You should leave. What? Cops are bad. So what should I invest in? Anything that's anti-cop. So why did chickens cross the road? This time Wile E. Coyote was waiting with a fork and knife. Somebody tax that coyote. I like that. I actually like that. Hey, Donna Ray, what's up? Good morning, everyone. I was going to tell you a joke about time travel, but you didn't like it. Yeah, right, David G, 1962. Water Troll Slayer. Good morning, Hez and the Rest family. Thursday, R&R tonight at 7 p.m. I see David E. Persons is here. Did you hear that he was there when the first chicken crossed the road? Hey, man, it's all good. The chickens got to get where they're going somehow. I haven't talked about this in over a year, I think, but that just makes me think about it, like, because I'll never forget. Because out here, I'm from Chicago originally, so you know the only time you saw animals there were like maybe a squirrel or a rabbit once in a while, a rat from time to time, but a possum. I saw one once in Chicago. Here, I see them every day. But then, like when I came up to Wisconsin for the first time, I started seeing like everything, you know, and you could always, especially like this neighborhood. I'm in a city, But when I first moved to Wisconsin, I was in a very rural area, and you could hear the chickens and the cows. Like if you were just sitting outside and chill and quiet, just enjoying the outdoors and whatever, relaxing, you could hear the cows and chickens. They were everywhere, and always chickens, always chickens, chickens, chickens. But when I went down to Florida, wild roosters just walking around everywhere. Just there, outside, just roosters. It's like I never thought of Florida as like the rooster place, alligators, big dangerous bugs, snakes, alligators, roosters, but they were everywhere. At least in the neighborhood I was in when I was down there, you just walk down the street, especially in the morning, you hear that cock-a-doodle-doo. You look, there they are. Holy crap! Never. The point is, I never saw any hens out there. I never saw any roosters out here. South side, southwest side, yeah, over by Midway Airport. I guess it's not doxing to say where I used to live 20 years ago. I used to live like right there on 44th and Pulaski. And then we moved to 51st in Newcastle. And that was where I grew up. Yeah. We had Harlem Avenue on this side, Archer Avenue on this side, and then the lake over there, way over there, but it was there. And that was how we knew everything. Like, oh, you go towards Harlem, or you go towards Archer, or you go towards the lake. That was our directions for no matter where we needed to go. It was great. All right. So anyway, I wanted to get this party started with something. I find. Oh, wait a minute. I work on Pulaski Street in South Carolina, though. Oh, well, I'm from the Polish neighborhood in Chicago, or at least it was when I was a kid. And Kazimierz Pulaski, like he was a major hero. In fact, if you look him up, there was I forget the specific details, but I know there was a battle in the Revolutionary War where George Washington was having a lot of trouble, and if Kazimierz Pulaski didn't show up, there's a possibility that the entire tide of the Revolutionary War would have changed. So that's why so many towns, states, whatever, have streets named after him, because he was a big, huge hero during the Revolutionary War. Look up, Google Kazimierz Pulaski. Interesting story. Anyway, I wanted to see this because this is very interesting. This is it's an unclean hands video, but the title I saw this, I'm like, oh, I gotta check this out. It's a man's mom tries to sue the state because she's not a citizen of corporate fiction. So I gotta check that out. All right. Let's see what we have here, ladies and gentlemen. Dag nabbit, what's going on? Did they move buttons again? StreamYard! They're always trying to make things better, but when you're used to it the way it is, it just makes things more complicated. All righty. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, unclean hands. Ah! There you go.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gents. It's good to see you back here again. I'm going to go down a little bit of a rabbit hole today. I'm going to cover the Utah defender one more time. He is really losing his marbles, that guy. He's still going on and on about the Chase Allen case, which was a couple of years ago. He's a sovereign citizen, got pulled over, tried to offer him a passport instead of a driver's license, refused to get out of the car, and ended up not making it to the situation. Allegedly, he was definitely wearing a holster on his side, and there was a gun on the floor of his car. But apparently, they tried to make it sound like the cops did it. But one funny thing I found out I didn't know was that his mother went through the exact same situation almost a year before that, and I've got that footage for you, so you can listen to it. But this Utah defender, he swears up and down it's a whole big conspiracy. Anyway, he hates everyone in Utah, and he don't mind telling everybody about it. So let's get right into the video.
I'm going to show you some documents. Okay. I'm going to show you this document. And what I want you to look at is the second paragraph. I hope it's there where you can read it. Let's see. There we go. So you can stop your camera and read that, but I'm going to read the second paragraph to you, and then I'm going to make some comments there.
What he's holding up is an incident report that goes over the use of deadly force on this particular accident. And listen to how he tries to twist everything that's written in this.
We have determined that Officer Butcher lawfully stopped the deceased, which was Chase Allen, who was driving with a false license plate. The deceased then failed to follow lawful commands.
This image up here is similar to the kind of plate he had on his car. He's a sovereign citizen. His whole family are sovereign citizens. If you're not familiar with them, they believe that no laws apply to them because they're free men on the land. They're Native Americans and nothing sticks. But anyway, they're all crazy and idiots, and they can be very dangerous. Anyway, let's continue.
From blocking Officer Butcher to provide required documents. The deceased refused to step out of the vehicle, indicating by word and deed and demeanor that he would not comply. The deceased attempted to withdraw a loaded firearm on the assembled officers, actually succeeding in getting it out of the holster he was carrying it in. Now, I'm going to tell you about what was just written there.
All right, for about the next minute, I want you to listen to this guy's facts. What he stated are facts and things that he's proven, which I don't know how he came up with that idea, but anyway, just listen to him.
And the lies that were written here. In the video that we did, there's two videos. We have proven that Chase Allen was getting out of the car and complied with everything that Butcher asked him for.
He clearly said that Chase Allen complied with every command the officer made. Well, I have the evidence that he did not. I mean, it's obvious. But, old man, please continue.
He gave him his passport. And Butcher purposely said, "Oh, you're giving me a false passport." That's what I'm hearing. And when Chase Allen was filming, he says, "No, that's not what I said. That's not true."
No, the truth is he gave him his passport, and then when the cop said thank you, and he read the name on it, Chase said, "No, that's not me." So he was telling him that he gave him somebody else's passport. This guy is such a moron. It drives me crazy. I'm going to play the news footage for you here in just a second.
So this is a lie, okay? This is a lie that was perpetrated by D.A. Troy Rollins. He perjured himself. And he said that he failed to step out of his vehicle, okay? Now, his foot, in the videos, it shows his right foot was getting out of the vehicle. They told him to get out. And as he was going to get out of the car, and you know what? From here to Timbuktu, you can say, "Oh, that's not true." Heavenly Father gave me a vision one night with his hands up like this, and I couldn't figure that out. Actually,
Okay, there, old timer. I think you just freaking lost it. Anyway, here's the news footage of what actually happened. I'll break it down as it goes along. Everything he's saying out of context. There's no direction to it. He's just mad. He just hates everybody. He can't help it. It's just the way he is. Anyway, let's get right into that.
All right, thank you, Sarah. Well, we are taking a closer look at a traffic stop turned deadly. Officers firing several rounds into the vehicle of a 25-year-old man.
ABC4's Courtney Johns reviewing the body cam footage of the incident and diving into a similar incident involving that man's mother. That one happening just last year. It's tonight's Justice Files.
Both of these cases start the same. Officers pulling over the driver because of their registration. Both drivers' responses to officers are similar as well, up until officers opened Chase Allen's door.
Okay, we all heard the Utah defender's narrative. Now let's see if his narrative and facts match with what's going on here. So just listen very carefully, please.
Good, how are you?
Good, I'm Officer Farmington Police. The reason for the stop today is there's no registration on your vehicle.
I don't need registration and I don't answer questions.
March 1st, Farmington police stopped Chase Allen over an illegitimate license plate, nearly 11 months after his mother, Diane Allen, is pulled over because of her registration.
It moved last year, so for the expired registration. Okay.
Diane gives Farmington police her passport, something we see Chase do in March.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chase Allen.
That is not me. That is a piece of plastic paper.
Okay, you heard from Chase and you heard from his mother. Apparently, this is a family affair. I mean, that's what's going on here. It's the same situation that the Wichita auditors got here. This Wichita audit has his fired ex-cop dad who got fired for running around at night in the middle of the night with minors in his car. Yeah, same situation. They get in trouble with the law. The parents get in trouble with the law. They lose their license. They can't do anything, so they switch to the sovereign citizen stuff, and they indoctrinate their kids with it. It's disgusting. Anyway, this kid is a victim of his parents. I hate to see anybody or anything like this happen to anybody, but it's what happened.
So you have a fraudulent passport?
No.
Wonderful.
That is the contents that the Utah defender left out of his statement. He gave him a passport and said, no, that is not me that's not my name on that passport. It's a straw name. It's a corporate name. It's all a bunch of nonsense they babble.
Less than a minute into this body cam footage, the officer calls for backup.
You're not going to hand it to me?
Within 2 minutes, 4 more officers' body cameras are activated.
Just be courteous, matter of fact.
In that same amount of time, Diane's officer asked a colleague how to handle the situation.
Is it worth pulling her out of her car and arresting her for failure to identify? No, probably not.
Step out of the car for me.
No.
In Chase's case, it escalates.
So far, Chase has not complied with one single thing that officers asked for.
Sir, step out of the vehicle right now.
I am not required to.
Step out of this vehicle right now.
And we're going to have an issue where
Step out of the car right now.
Farmington police say when the officer opens the door, Chase's hand moves towards his.
Okay, this is Utah defender's evidence that he was getting out of the car, stepping out of the car. Are his feet pointed outwards towards the outside? No, they're not. It looks like one here is on the door jamb and the other one is firmly planted on the floor, and he's turning to the left quickly because the door opened and he got surprised. And that's when apparently he reached for what he was reaching for. I'm not going to get into that too much. But anything could have happened here. I mean, you can read this whichever way you want. I see his feet pointed inward, planted on the floor, planted on the side of the car there, like he's bracing himself so he doesn't get yanked out of the car. But anyway, that's my opinion on it. I mean, this situation was not good no matter how it ended up. But unfortunately, it ended up with this guy not being around anymore. All because of this stupid ideology. That's why they're dangerous. The ideology is dangerous. And people still practice this to this day. It's ridiculous.
Right hip.
I see a manipulation of that holster, movement of that holster, but I can't clearly see a firearm from the angle that the camera is.
Step out of the car. We're going to break the window and pull you out. Step out of the car. Done.
Diane received 2 tickets, adding up to about $100 in fines. She filed a lawsuit against police back in September, claiming she is not under the jurisdiction of the city, state, or the U.S., calling herself a sovereign citizen.
There you have it, folks. You have 3 different opinions. You have the Utah defender's opinion that the kid did everything right and he didn't break the law, and there was no reason for them to pull him over in the first place because he had a valid private plate on there, which is nonsense. Then you've got the news showing you exactly what happened, with the body cam footage. And then you've got my opinion of my take on it. I don't state my opinion as fact. It's just what I observed, what it looks like to me, common sense and whatnot, you know. I know you got to have a registration. I know you got to have a driver's license. I know you can't drive on a passport. I mean, I do have a little bit of common sense. Anyway, I just wanted to show this because it irks me when these people put out this bullshit and try to get away with it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Love y'all. Bye. I hope his family is recovered from this, or I hope they're doing okay. I have no ill will towards any of them. Anyway, love you. Bye.
All right, all right. Round of applause for Unclean Hands. Stephen Robinson, it's amazing how anyone's willing to play around with the cops like that. See, it's obviously we all know the whole sovereign citizen ideal is insane. And the fact that people buy into it, to the extent that they're willing to put their, I mean, we've seen there were those two Southtsits that got pulled over. And when the cop pulled them over, they just hopped out of the car and started blasting at the cops and then got back in the car and drove away. This whole ideal, like, it isn't just that they're wrong. It's that we've seen it time and time again where, since they're actually convinced that the government is actually trying to do these horrible things to them, they feel like they're standing up in self-defense, like they're justified in acting vicious and violent. It's I don't know, man. It's dangerous mentality to have. Leland Squirrels is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Vilified Freedom is here. What's up? But the Chase Allen thing, like, and another example, like the video we just watched with Unclean Hands was talking specifically about, what was it, Constitutional Crusader. I had one time, I was on panel with John Felix at the time that this happened, and he brought it up. And of course, it's always the way that these people twist all of their narratives, right? So he says, man, you think that it's okay for cops to shoot people for not having a license plate on their car. What are you talking about? When has a cop ever shot someone because they don't have a license plate on their car? He goes, what about Chase Allen? He didn't get shot because he didn't have a license plate on his car. There was a whole situation that escalated into that. I'm not justifying what happened to him, but I'm saying it's not like, no plates, bam, 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 bam. How dare you have no plates? Like, that's what you make it sound like. That's not what happened at all. That's insane. And if that was what happened, then that cop ought to be locked up for 500 years in Guantanamo Bay. Hard labor. Like, that's insane. But it's just, they're false narratives. Everything they say is a lie. It's all just based on, like I said, you watch the videos and you see what's happening, and then you listen to the narration, and it doesn't match what you're looking at. Hey, Texas Tim, what's up? So, I've kind of been looking forward to this because if you remember yesterday morning, NCR News Network was here in the chat, and he was talking about how he's about to put out a new Siberian tiger video. Well, it's out now, and we got it, so let's go ahead and... Blah. Hi, guys. How you doing? It's a live show, and mistakes will be made. Hey, there he is, Unclean Hands. What's up? We just watched your Chase Allen video. Yep. Oh, excellent. Glad to hear that, nerd girl. All right. I know you were talking unclean, but I'm glad to hear it. Yes. Awesome. Hey, my tiny chihuahua life. What's up? All right, let's go ahead and let's get into this video to see NCR News Network's coverage of the Siberian tiger. Oh, this guy's so annoying. Oh, man. All right. Let's hit it.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. 3 times in a row? Get your ass back across that street, fool. You should know better than that. Identify yourself for me.
Right here, Officer Zook.
ID number.
62591.
Did they not teach you about the laws of jaywalking? That is illegal? And you're supposed to use crosswalks?
So I don't have to talk to you? I'm not going to.
Oh, you're going to. You definitely will go into public service.
Now, you would have thought with his little 2-month hiatus, he would have calmed down or just gone away. No, instead, he's still being the most arrogant prick on the planet. Now, the reason why he was gone for so long and hasn't been uploading is because he's been filing depositions and lawsuits in federal court to sue people. And he's been dealing with criminal issues, like the issue where his car was impounded because, well, he got hit with the maximum sentence. And now he's got also another contempt of court case coming up from that incident. But, you know, we get it. Jaywalking is a crime and it is a ticketable offense in every state in the country. But most officers won't even bother giving you a ticket. They'll just give you a warning, say, hey, don't do it again, or just be careful. Something simple like that. But with Siberian Tiger, he sees somebody do something, he has to scream at them. He sees an officer jaywalk, and all he's got to do is scream and moan and yell that he can control him. Yes, he is a public employee and he does serve the public, but he is not your servant. You cannot boss him around like that. If you have an issue with this, seeing as you're outside the police station, why not go file a complaint?
You will definitely talk to me and answer all my questions.
You need to make a police report?
No, I'm making a complaint to you right now.
You need to make a police report. I don't take complaints, sir.
For what? What do I need to make a police report for?
I'm just asking if you do. Because that's part of my job.
Well, tell me, what should I file a police report for?
I'm just asking if you need to.
Oh, I think I need to issue a citation is what I need to do.
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
So give me your full name.
Yeah, Officer Zook, 62591.
First name.
No, I don't need to.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You got to full identify yourself to
No,
me.
I don't.
Here we go. Violation number 4. Knowingly now. Look at that. Knowingly and intentionally. Violation number 4. Call your supervisor over here. I want to speak to him. Intentionally and knowingly. Look at the arrogance. Violation number 5. What an arrogant piece of garbage.
Yes, you are an arrogant piece of garbage. Okay, the officer's jaywalking. If you don't like it, go into the police station and file a complaint. That's your options. Now, you could try to, submit a summons on him, but guess what? It's probably going to go nowhere. This is the same man who put his family at risk when him and his wife refused to allow their car to be impounded because they refused to make payments on it. This is also the same man who encourages his son to go with him on audits and risk not only his future with getting arrested or by harassing the cops and harassing victims, but the same man who's going around and harass people who were having mental crisis and putting it up on their YouTube channels. You say that he's an arrogant piece of crap. No, you are. You're the one who goes around to police and demands them to call you their master. You're not their master. This isn't a direct democracy. This is a representative democracy. You don't like it? Go and file a complaint or figure out a new way to stop bothering people.
Knowing he's violating the law and still does it. And then they call, we want respect. We want respect. I requested your supervisor, by the way. So call your supervisor. How about no?
No.
No? You're refusing to call your supervisor when requested by a public member of the public?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. We'll add that onto the list of your complaints.
Yeah, it's dead. You want me to try to turn it off for you?
I'll jump it.
Who are you?
Who am I?
Yes.
I'm an employee.
Employee of whom? Of what? Identify yourself for me. Since you work for the city.
So.
Yeah. You are a law enforcement officer?
Yeah, that shit's gone down. We'll give it a shot. What's that?
Oh, you got a bathroom.
I got backpack. I'm getting prepared, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
Ooh, wait. I just saw something interesting. Okay, if this guy's still here, listen. You said it right here in this comment. It's not illegal to be an asshole. That's what you said at the beginning of this comment, right? Exactly. It's also not illegal to call someone out for being an asshole. Get it? It's like, all he's doing is being an asshole, right? And all we're doing is pointing out what an asshole he is. Exactly. I don't think anybody is saying that it should be illegal, that they should get rid of free speech. We're just saying, and there a lot of times they cross the line, and when they cross it, then hey, that's when the cops should come out. Like when they're trespassing, and they like to scream and whine and cry about how you can't trespass me. Yes, we can. In fact, we are. Now get out. I love it. But yeah. It's like you yourself admitted that he's being an asshole. Oh, yeah. That's right. We're calling him out for it.
Nick, your front desk called me.
You think you're above the law? Huh? Huh, Zook? You think you're above the law? Doesn't apply to you. No, you don't want to talk, huh? No, you're too embarrassed. I wasn't talking to you. What's the matter, Zook? You're above the law?
No, he doesn't think he's above the law. He's just ignoring you because he doesn't have to engage with you. Because you're not there to request his assistance or services to help you. Your whole point is to yell at him and berate him. And he knows that. And he's not going to engage with you. If you are there to file a report or get his assistance with a criminal matter, or maybe get some directions to a place that you're trying to find, then yes, he would engage with you. He would help you. Instead, he's ignoring you because all you're trying to do is yell at him and provoke a confrontation. You think he has to drop everything he's doing to answer your questions. He doesn't. This is the problem with Siberian Tiger. He always thinks that every public employee is designed and made to cater to his every whim, when that is not true. Unless you need his assistance or he needs to help you with a criminal matter, he doesn't have to engage with you. If you don't like the fact that he jaywalked, you're outside a police station, go file a complaint. Go ask to speak to a supervisor and say what happened instead of wasting everyone's time by screaming and yelling.
You
grab the locker or something, or I mean, you can leave it running all day and then drop it at the end of the day. But if you turn it off, it's a problem. I tried the car, just I was like, oh, what do you get? I can take it from here. Yeah, that's fine. I think it's got different.
What's up? There you got it. You know it.
Looks like it's been in for a bit. And we only get about 2 years out of these, I think.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh, come on, Zook, not number 6. You arrogant piece of garbage. Come on. 6 in a row? Well, I better not find a single citation issued to any citizen for jaywalking, because Zook over here is above the law. He seems to think that he's above the law, jaywalking 6 times in a row.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Right in front of his police station. Incredible. Huh, Zook? And then Zook refuses to call his supervisor. You better not violate any traffic laws. You know that a citizen can issue a citation.
Willie hears ya. Willie don't care.
Let's see, I don't know. If this guy supporting him might be, I don't know. I don't want to prejudge, but
Anyway, hold on. let me get back to saying a couple things. So here's one of the things, Mr. TK Games, whatever. So here's the thing. All right, like one of the things that these guys love to do, and what you seem to be doing as well, is to ignore what's being said. And that's actually a big problem. And I'll give you an example. My favorite example of this argument, just a moment. Boom, 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 boom. It's my son. I'm on the air, and he just hold on. No, I'm not. I didn't even say what I wanted to say yet. I'm talking about the Frauditors, right? In this case, particularly the dagnabbit, stupid Siberian kitten we're talking about here. Anyway, so what I'm talking about is the way that, okay, the example that I love to use, because to me it's the perfect example of this sort of thing, and it's what you're doing here and what they do all the time, is you ignore what's being said. And you say, all he's doing is expressing his right to speak. What's the problem? And it's like, well, the words that are coming out of his mouth, well, he has the right to use those words. Right. But, and again, the perfect example that I love to use is Kootenai County Press. During who shot an unarmed homeless man, right? And when he was being interviewed by the cops, and they're asking him, like, well, why were you standing there insulting them and berating them and doing all this? You don't think that hearing you say those words to them, those insulting words, those berating words, that's going to get a reaction from them? And he's like, seriously telling them, like, I don't see why anyone would get upset about me calling them names and swearing at them and insulting them, because that's the First Amendment. I can do that. It's legal. And the cops are like, okay, hold on a second. You're saying that when they started coming at you, you ran back to your car, grabbed a gun, ran back there and shot him, and shot into the crowd and randomly hit an unarmed guy. because they were attacking you, and you don't understand why they would attack you. And we're telling you, we watched the video, and you're swearing at them, and you're calling them names, and you're berating them, and you're insulting them, but you don't understand why they got upset? He's like, no, because that's my free speech. That's legal. Why would somebody get upset at somebody doing something that's legal? And it's like, there's this disconnect in the brains of these people. Like, if you go up to some guy who's there with his daughter and you say, hey, look at that stupid, ugly little CUNT there. Man, I hope that somebody grapes her in the bathroom. The guy's supposed to say, cool, thank you for expressing your free speech, pal. Like, you have absolutely no clue or understanding that that person might get upset about you saying that. Yes, technically, legally, of course, you're allowed to say whatever you want. But to think that the average person is not going to actually hear the words, they're just going to hear rah, 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 and say, rah, 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 is legal, so no matter rah, 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 I'm going to. That's just unrealistic. It's like you don't live on Earth. It's like you don't understand that people listen to what you're saying, not the fact that you're saying things in and of itself, which is, it's perfectly legal to say things. He's saying things. Cool. No, they actually listen to what's being said and react to the words that are coming out of your mouth. And that's the problem, is these guys intentionally say words to cause big, huge negative reactions. Why? So that they could get a confrontation and make money and file lawsuits. And it has nothing to do with freedom. It has nothing to do with rights. Or they wouldn't intentionally cause confrontations so that they could try to sue people, so they could get tons of clicks and views, so they could make a bunch of money. That's all it is. Ugh. Last guy who, if you talk crap to people, you know can't fight back. That makes you a coward. It's not name calling. It's just a fact. Yes, exactly, Edward. That's one of the reasons why they target cops. Because the cops can't do anything. They're limited by the fact that they have a job. They're with the police. They what are they going to do? You talk crap to them. So these guys are ignoring them, which is what they should do. But of course, because he's a frauditor, that's also wrong. If the cop reacts, oh, look at that tyrant pig. If the cop doesn't react, oh, look at that tyrant pig. Like, no matter what you do, you're wrong. You can't win. TK Games says 27 subscribers. Let's help them out. I love it. All right, back to the video.
Could be one of those. Could be one of those bootlickers, but I don't want to prejudge. I don't know. I didn't hear the conversation. Just interesting. He was standing there all the time, watching, and then came over and I guess maybe gave him a compliment. Who knows? Let's go see on the other side what Zook is doing. Keep an eye on this guy.
Okay, I'm sorry. Just real quick, I got to comment on that because Leland brought this up, and I used to say this all the time. Like, if you cheat, you're not going to go to jail. They're not going to lock you up because you cheated on your wife or whatever, or your husband if you're a cheating spouse. But the attitude that these guys have is the same thing as, like, you walk in on your spouse cheating on you, and you get mad, and they say, hey, you can't get mad. There's no law against what I'm doing. How could you possibly get mad if I'm not breaking the law? See, these guys think, no, if you're not breaking the law, no one should ever get angry with you or upset with what you're doing. So everything's okay as long as it's legal. And nobody has a right to have any reaction. Walk up to your own grandmother and call her a stupid old CUNT and tell her she's a nasty, rotten, no good hoe. And see if she smiles at you and says, thank you for expressing your freedom, son. Go up to your mom and tell her you hope your dad's poisoning her coffee. That's not a threat. You're just saying that you hope somebody else is doing something. That's free speech. She's going to be so happy that you're expressing your rights. She's not going to react to what you're saying. No one ever has a right to react to what someone's saying. Only understand that it's legal for you to say it and be happy that you're expressing your freedom. The mentality is insane.
Make sure this lawbreakers look. Oh, look. Well, like I said, I better not see any citizen get cited for the same thing.
A few minutes later.
Perfect, my reflection there. So you guys can also see the winter weather here in Northwest. And look at Zook. He got busted. Zook got busted. Look at him. Look at that smile. Oh, he's like, crap, I got busted. Oh, he's pretending. Look at his fingers. Barely moving. Pretending like he's important, busy guy. Zook got busted breaking the law 6 times in a row.
Okay, and who really cares about a jaywalking offense, honestly? Most people who do jaywalk don't even get a ticket. They don't even get a warning. You know, you're saying that he's doing nothing, he's wasting time? It looks like you're the one who's wasting time. Let's see, who's the one who's more important here? The man who works for the city, who protects and serves the community, who enforces the laws of the land and the state, compared to the man walking around with a cell phone who's been arrested multiple times, who has harassed multiple police departments, city councils, who's put his own safety at risk, his own family's safety at risk. Yeah, I think you're the one who has the least important job here. You're trying to make this guy seem like a hardened criminal when you are the one who has done more crimes in the span of 3 years than anyone I've seen on YouTube in a while.
Zook has realized it now, huh? That's right, Zook. That's right. Look at, yeah, he's tired now. Zook is tired. Look at you. Yawning. Well, you know, folks, here's what happens. When our public servants disrespect us as citizens and arrogantly conduct their official business, the only thing left to do is to treat them the way that they are. Kids, mock them because they have no intelligence, no respect, and the arrogance is not going to be tolerated. That's it. That's the response. If Zook would have said, you know, you're right, sir, I apologize. I'll use the crosswalk that's only about a couple 100 feet. But Zook decided to be arrogant piece of garbage. So Zook is getting this kind of treatment.
Okay, so he jaywalked, and you feel the best purpose to correct this is to what? Harass the man? You know, you could just go inside, file a complaint. They can tell him not to do it again. Instead, you choose to what? Stand outside of his car and make snide little comments and put your phone up there and make it seem like he's wasting time when it's actually showing us that he's working on something. Perhaps he's, you know, sending off an email to his department to try to get clarification on where he's supposed to be, if there's anything he's supposed to be looking out for. Maybe he's updating his CAD with information that he needs, like the hot car list, you know, the car list of stolen cars to be on the lookout for. Instead, you want to insult him and act like a child. You're the one who's acting like a child. You're the one who's doing this stupid stuff. Maybe you should grow the hell up.
Zook is going to be famous, and Zook is going to know, never ever do this again in my presence. But also, Zook doesn't realize that we, the citizen, can issue citations for certain types of violations. And Zook may find himself to be a defendant. Wouldn't that be exciting, Zook, huh? So you better go study the law, Zook, so you don't find yourself to be a defendant. And I'm the plaintiff on behalf of the state.
Come here. Shut your stupid ass up.
Got it, Zook? But get busy now, because you don't seem to be doing anything important. And don't waste my money. Don't waste the taxpayers' money. Let's go. Get busy.
Now, this goes on for several more minutes where Officer Zook doesn't do anything to him, doesn't respond to him, and he continues to make a fool of himself. So why don't we jump ahead to when he goes to the city council meeting and, well, makes a bigger fool of himself and threatens them.
Good morning. And it's Leonid Krivolenkov. That's okay, I understand, sir. Sometimes you're being me, it's tough to pronounce. So, I don't know if I need to make a special introduction of myself to you, counsel, but you are quite aware of who I am, correct? Well, for those of you who don't know, perhaps, maybe I'll remind you. I'm the one that's going to keep track of every single one of you and the corruption that you have been engaged in. And when I say you, because you are the ones funding all of the corruption in the law enforcement, the sheriff's office, the prosecution office, and the courts. Stems from retaliatory action against me, my entire family. In January of 2024, when my wife and I have been kidnapped, assaulted, my children were pepperballed, no emergency came to assist them.
Shenanigans.
Na 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 na.
Shenanigans.
Na 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 na.
And we're calling shenanigans, folks, because everything he just said is a blatant lie. Okay? Your wife and you were not kidnapped. You were arrested because you threatened a repo man with a pole, and your wife refused to get out of a car that was being repossessed when given lawful orders by police. Not to mention, your children were not pepperballed. Your house was hit with pepperball, and they suffered some of the effects, and they were treated by medical response teams who were there with the SWAT team who were called because you refused to allow the tow truck driver who was repossessing your car to leave. Yeah, you're going to lie about that. I'm going to call you out about it. I have the full video of what happened that night on my channel. It's on my channel. You guys can watch it and see for yourselves. Everything you've just said is an out and out lie, Siberian Tiger. You're trying to make it seem like they violated your rights for no reason. They kidnapped you when they didn't. You were given lawful orders to come out. You refused. Your son ran around opening windows like he was trying to provoke a response. You put your family in danger instead of cooperating with law enforcement and trying to resolve this in a peaceful manner.
Because you're corrupt, SL, deputies. As for your request, keep it civil. The hell with your request. There's nothing civil about First Amendment retaliation. There's nothing civil about malicious prosecution for almost 2 years with evidence of exculpatory evidence. There's nothing civil about sitting in jail for 2 days for defending my family. There's nothing civil about my wife simply sitting in her car, getting her window smashed out, assaulted, forcibly pulled out, and pepperballed in the midst, and then prosecuted. Why? Because you're all corrupt as hell.
Okay, counterpoint. Your wife's got her window smashed out and arrested when she was given no less than 5 lawful orders by multiple police officers to get out of the vehicle because she refused to get out of the vehicle while it was being raised up on the tow arm of the tow truck that was repossessing the vehicle. She didn't get pepperballed. We never saw her get pepperballed. That's your claim. Now, We did see and hear the house get pepperballed. We didn't see any individuals get pepperballed. And you want to try to say that the police kidnapped her and maliciously prosecuted her? No. When she was given the lawful order to exit the vehicle and she locked the doors and refused to respond, she chose her path. She chose her outcome with those actions. And you chose those outcomes and actions for you and your family when you refuse to cooperate with law enforcement when given lawful orders to surrender yourself out of the home. Instead, you told them to, quote unquote, fuck off, get off your property, and to kiss your ass.
Criminals. And the biggest criminals are all of you. Because you are funding this. This has been brought to your attention multiple times. Have the perpetrators of these crimes have been prosecuted? Not a single one, except the innocent family.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Now we're going to make further appearances as a mini-series. We are going to expose Horsch. We're going to expose Vanderwood. We're going to expose Golick. And I demand their resignations immediately. Because none of them are fit to be in the office. Because they are criminals. And you are funding them. And sister, I'm so glad that the name of Jesus has been spoken here. Because it is because of him, Isaiah 54:17, that God delivered us from this evil wickedness.
And this is where the video ends. Clearly, Siberian Tiger didn't take any anger management classes during his time off or find a way to chillax. Instead, he's still the arrogant, crazy prick that he chooses to be. You know, he keeps bringing up the incident that happened in 2021, but guess what? You're the one who caused it to happen. You're the one who got arrested because you broke the law. You can keep trying to sue the deputies and the police, but guess what? It's going to go nowhere. You got arrested. Your wife got arrested because you chose to play fuck around and find out, and you found out, didn't you? You keep trying to bring up God and religion, but this isn't about God or religion. This is about a man who thinks he's better than everybody else. So if you guys like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a thumbs up and a comment because it helps me with the algorithm. Don't forget to check out my second channel, the podcast, and don't forget to sign up with Kalshi and use my code NCR to get $20 with your first $20 in trades. With all that being said, be well, be safe, and I will see you guys next time. And a special thank you to all members of the news team. Without all of your support, I couldn't keep the channel going. So I want to thank you all personally from the bottom of my heart. You guys mean the world to me, and I can never thank you enough. You guys rock.
I want a nice song. The one and only. It's the Irish Shepherd. Oh my goodness gracious me. Let me tell you something, guys. It is the audacity. This guy, Siberian Tiger, kitten, butt munch. Here's the thing. When he's doing the city council meeting and what he's saying, and that is, it's the kind of thing where, like, because there have been times where I've said, like, these guys always talk about their complaints. Nobody listened to my complaint. Nobody answered my complaint, blah, blah, blah. And I always say, I wish I could see these complaints. Because I'm willing to bet that they're not getting a response because the complaint is nonsense. It belongs in the shredder. But things like this are a perfect example of exactly that. I keep telling you guys over and over and over again what happened, and you're not doing a single thing about it. This is a disgrace. And I'm going to keep coming here over and over again and telling you what happened over again until somebody does something about it. Okay, sir, what happened? Well, I got my car towed because I didn't like. We all saw what happened, and it's like the way he spins it. It's like everyone saying, every time they get arrested, I've been kidnapped, and then they're like, I keep telling you guys I was kidnapped, and you're not doing anything about it. Well, yeah, we looked at the case, we saw the body cam footage. You were arrested. You weren't kidnapped. What do you mean? I wasn't arrested. I was kidnapped. That was illegal. You guys got to do. No, you don't know what you're talking about. You're an idiot. Oh, man. I wish the guy no ill will. He's already his own worst enemy. Yep. The Siberian idiot doesn't realize that police can jaywalk while on duty, and that's where. Well, see, this is another thing, too. Like, I've been through this before a while ago. I don't remember the specifics of it, but I was watching a video where one of these guys saw a cop park in a spot where there was no parking and was screaming and yelling about, you guys don't follow the laws, and you guys think you can do this and do that, and you're above the law and the other thing. And it's like, the reason why, in that particular case, those particular parking spots, you're not allowed to park there, is so that they will be open for emergency vehicles like police cars or ambulances or something like that. So yes, the police officer can park there, not because he's above the law, but because the reason why you're not allowed to park there is so that that spot will be open if the cops come. Like, it's things like that. It's like, it's not you're above the law. Now, I'm not going to sit here because, again, they'll always be like, oh, you just bootlick and whatever the cops do, you support it. I remember when I was younger, I used to work at this gas station, and I worked the night shift. And especially in wintertime, I would go hours where there'd be no customers. Especially, like I said, on a Wednesday in December at 2 a.m, 3 a.m, I'm working overnight, 24-hour gas station. Maybe one guy come in for a pack of cigarettes or something, and that's it, And I would see, because there was a stoplight right in front of where I was, and I would sit there with nothing to do except look out and watch the snow or whatever. It was actually pretty calming sometimes, pretty nice. But like every once in a while, if the light was red, I would see a cop just turn his lights on just for a second to go through it and then turn them off. I never liked that. That's the kind of thing these guys are talking about when they're saying, oh, do you think you're above the law or whatever? They think they can just, Of course, logically, you could say, well, there was no traffic. There was literally the only car on the road. But in a case like that, I still think it would be like going way overboard to react like this. But at least you could make the argument, and I could say, yeah, I could see that, But he walks to his car and back, oh, you were jaywalking to do this. Come on. You're just being a petty little punk. I bet he'd try to give the fire department a speeding ticket. Yep. Oh, man. You're not a kid, therefore you were not kidnapped. The Pacific Northwest. Yeah, right? That was Portland, man. Isn't like everything legal in Portland, though? Like, why do they even have cops there anymore? Shut up. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. But that's okay, because tomorrow's Friday! Oh, my goodness gracious. That's right. Tomorrow is Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, women and children of all ages, thank you so much for joining me. As always, you're the best fans in the world, and you know it. Thank you once again. Whew. Oh, my goodness. I got to go to work. Got to take Minnie to school. Got to try and stretch through this fog. Zero visibility. Holy crap, hammer sandwiches. Thank you so much for joining me. And like I always say, at the end of the day, Yeah. Good. Wait, what? Hey, wait, no, what?
As you blew it as always. Listen, guys, we went a whole show, and you didn't get to see my butt. I'm gonna fix that problem right now, baby. Yeah, look at my butt, look at my butt, look at my butt. Oh, that's the best part of the show, Hez.
Oh, yeah. Dynamic.